Charmaine. You don't know me, and this is my testimony. I was brought up in Falmouth, a Cornish girl. My childhood wasn't great. My dad was a violent man to my mum, and he also used to deal in drugs, cannabis. And when I was about the age of 3, my dad was arrested and put to prison. And my mum, unfortunately, had a nervous breakdown, and all 4 of us got put into care. But the boys were separated from myself and my sister for a short while until my mum got herself well and got us back together. But through my teenage years, my dad was still quite a violent man until I grew up, and I'd witnessed it quite a few times. And then in my teenage years, I wasn't a very good girl. I took street drugs, cannabis, cocaine, all those sort of things, magic mushrooms. And then I went on to have 2 lovely little boys, and that relationship failed. And then I met my ex-husband, who I was married to for about 18 years. He had a brain tumour and had it removed, and I supported him through all of that with 4 children. And then he decided, after 18 years, that he didn't want to be with me, which, thank the Lord, he didn't. And then so I was on my own for a while, and then I met this absolutely gorgeous gentleman. So those of you who don't know, Joshua Daravala, Mark and Sarah's son, Joel's brother. And he treated me really well. He was such a gentleman. And when I met him, obviously I wasn't saved. And Josh said, look, I really like you, but I can't be with you because you're not born again. So for his own good, he blocked me on every platform so that I couldn't contact him. And I don't know, I just knew in my heart, I knew that we was going to be together. I don't know how, but I just knew. And then a few months went past, and he contacted me, and we said, we'll just be friends. And then I didn't really know anything about Christianity at all, so I asked Josh to tell me a bit about it. So he did, and then one evening I was sat at home in my bedroom, and he said to me, I'll send you this link, put your earphones in, listen to it, and then speak to me after. So I did, put my earphones in, and it happened to be it was a part in Passion of Christ where Jesus was being whipped and lashed. And I absolutely broke down in tears. And to start with, I couldn't understand why am I crying. Floods of tears. And then I felt like the Lord had come into my heart, and I knew the why I was crying, to watching him being whipped and lashed for every wrongdoing that I've done for me and for all of you. And that was what really broke me, was watching what he went through for me and for everybody else. And I knew I was saved. I knew, and I've never looked back. And then, where am I? Bear with me. Yes, so anyway, me and Josh became engaged, and we was going to marry this year. But on the 31st of December, just gone, my father passed away with cancer. And then on the 12th of January this year, I lost Josh, 12 days after. And then a few months later, I lost my mum to cancer. So 3 earthly people that meant a lot to me had been taken away. But I never looked back. I knew that the Lord was holding me up and keeping me strong. And I did that through watching my visual Bible and just keeping in with the Word and watching sermons. And that's what I did. And I've never looked back, you know. And when I lost those 3 people, I do know I got through it. If it wasn't for the Lord, then I wouldn't be here. You can have friends and family that support you, but he's the biggest supporter ever. You know, he'll hold you strong, he'll hold you high, and he'll pick you up, and he'll never fail, and he'll never leave you. And that's the only reason why I'm still stood here today. I haven't looked back, and never would I. So I urge anybody, if you don't know the Lord, you know, seek him, open your heart, because, you know, he's there waiting. You just need to ask for forgiveness, and then you will go to heaven, you know. So, yeah, that's my testimony. All right, thank you.